Welcome to the Other Guys podcasts.
Yeah, we're the number one podcast of all time that features Kevin Amoki and myself.
Those statements are true.
There's never been a greater podcast in human civilization that Asterix has featured us.
That is also true.
And also Murray.
That is true. Do you have any other high points you'd like to, or highlights you'd like to?
I just want to point out there's something in your beard. I got it.
Yeah,
I'm such a girlfriend.
I had chips. I ate some chips.
That was really in there.
But
that wasn't good.
Yeah, what you did there was help me.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're all about at the Other Guys podcasts, right? We're here to help.
Yeah,
first and foremost.
Yes,
because we feel like this podcast has done so much for us financially.
Oh yeah,
and the only way we can really think to give back is not with other money. It's just by, giving people advice because we obviously know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
and we just don't feel like giving out charity.
No,
we want to change lives, not just give out money.
You know what it is? It's also like the world. Think of the world as one big baby, and we're mommy and daddy.
Yeah, and it's just full of shit. And we're cleaning it out.
So basically what I'm saying is...
I come in with a bottle, Kevin burps it, then we both plug our nose, and we change that shitty diaper.
Yes. That's the Other Guys podcast, and this is a helpline. There should be some graphics.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, well, graphics.
Yeah, go right here.
And then, I'm silent for a second. I was going, yeah, graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today it's a helpline, and so just to tell people what the helpline is about, the helpline is where we read people's problems off the internet and solve them. And we do it with 100% accuracy, and we also do it with no actual, what do you call it when we take no responsibility?
I don't know.
Basically, we don't take no responsibility.
It's like there's a clause in our contract.
Yes, every advice and helpful tip we give, we hope it works for you. But if it ends up in horrible,
we take zero liability.
We take zero. That's it. We rid ourselves of the issue. That being said, I'm ready to dig into the first problem. Are you ready to help some people, Kirk?
Damn right.
All right. So let me dig into the first question. It's about a creepy old man.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go.
I've been there.
Oh yes. I think a lot of us have been there. So the question is, I am a 16-year-old male, and yesterday when I was out jogging in the park, this creepy old man came up to me and called me cute. He said he comes to the park and stares at both boys and girls and found me cute. I was very uncomfortable and made a small chat to find an opening in the conversation and escaped. Today I chose to change parks in itself and was returning to my house when I decided to stop at a coffee shop. And after an hour or so, the old man walked in. He recognized me, and I bullshitted about actually being my non-existent twin and coldly spoke to him and escaped. What do I do if I run into him a third time?
Hey, fella, what's the good news? Is that what he sounded like? Woo!
Yeah.
Get your fat ass over here, jogger boy.
This kid's 16, so he is a kid. Like he's
so is Chris in the Family Guy. We got to remember that. True. They openly make fun of pedophiles. Yeah. This guy, old man, he's creepy.
Who knows? Could be an innocent thing. Maybe
You think he's innocent?
Maybe everybody in his life died, and the only things he has left are the young people around him. Mm-hmm. Look at that point of view.
Maybe he sees them as like a good way to harvest organs.
Maybe
that's what he's like. Maybe it's like he's not staring at them for like sexually. He's like staring at them, going like, "I bet that's a healthy liver."
Yeah.
So if this kid gets hit by a car running across the road jogging, then he's like, "I got dibs."
There you go.
So,
but who knows? At the end of the day, but
I think this is the thing that, like, if you're uncomfortable, there's steps involved here. Maybe talk to your parents. You're still 16. Go ask your dad or mom, saying like they'll understand in this climate of the world. Right. Saying there's a creepy old man who's fucking trying to get into my gym shorts.
Right.
Like, maybe see what they say.
Right.
And then maybe you can go to the police and stuff like that and make a report. But like they'll want more than just like he said something maybe that like could be taken as like come on.
Right. So that's the safe way to do things, and probably what most people say is the logical. I propose to you another idea. What you do is you befriend the old man. Remember, keyword old man, aka you could probably take him. Carry a little something in your backpack. But you could probably take him. And what I say is you befriend the old man. You make your way. Maybe you visit him from time to time. Maybe you find out this old man has collected a life's worth of treasures at home.
Or it could be that movie At Pupil. Did you ever see that? It's where the old guy who's befriends the young boy, but he's like a Nazi. And
Maybe. Oh,
and
yeah,
he brainwashes
that
him.
Was
in,
a '90s movie. Man.
He brainwashes him to being a Nazi as well.
Well,
tries to.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, similar, same, but different.
Hey, see all these awards I won fighting for the German military.
Right.
He's
what I'm saying is,
no.
Find out what this old guy's about. Get to his place.
This sounds unreasonable. I'm about to call you out right now. Kevin, on this one.
And who knows? Maybe he actually is cool. Maybe. But another percentage,
I think you should, if you're gonna do this, you should try to ask some questions beforehand.
Yeah.
You should really try to see what's up with this guy.
Like if he's a Nazi.
You'll do whatever he's doing right back at you.
Right.
Going for an old guy, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Say stuff like that. They could be an open-ended sort of could be a compliment, could be a come on. That sort of thing.
Ask him if he can still get it up.
Yeah, this is a joke. Hey, old guys like you probably can't even fuck anymore. And if he's you'd be surprised, then you're oh, I get out of here. So I mean, that's a way to suss him out. Maybe is to just to see, to do what he's doing right back at him.
Right. And
maybe even you creep him out.
Maybe.
If there's a way. I mean, old guys can be pretty creepy. So I mean, to out creep a creeper, you're going to need to be like Kevin Homoki,
Maybe. But at the end of the day, life is like an adventure. You could do the safe thing and just completely avoid the situation, tell your parents, and blah, 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 get the legal authorities involved. Or you take life into your own hands. Go to this man's house unannounced. Steal his treasure.
You have to think, if this was a movie, you would have ended it in the first 10 minutes. Right? That's what you mean? Have an adventure?
You're basically, your movie ends in 10 minutes. My movie goes and possibly ends in a very horrible, disastrous.
But it was entertaining the whole way through.
Yes, which is what I'm presenting, an entertaining outcome.
And you're 16. You gotta start living an adventurous life. You're saying, but I mean, I still think that he, I mean, go to the proper channels. Is what I'm saying.
I still think you should give him fake heart pills and steal his treasure. Old men have treasure. Just remember that.
There's a really good chance he doesn't, though. If you're an old man and you're in the game trying to keep up with young people,
ask him where he lives.
I bet he spent all of his money.
Here's
trying
the thing:
to
if he lives in an apartment, no treasure. If he's oh yeah, I have a house in Rosedale or somewhere.
Or he says
fancy.
We can go by my summer home. Then you're
whoa,
yeah.
If he says summer home, you hit the jackpot. He probably has a Jaguar in the garage, which can be yours the moment you kill him.
Well, we could go by my house in the Bridle Path, or you're Bridle Path. Whoa, right by Drake's house.
Yeah, if he has a British accent, and starts talking about the good old days.
I mean, his investments.
Maybe if he was Roger Moore.
And he picks you up in a Rolls Royce or something.
Yeah, in that case, go ahead with my plan and take his money. Anyways,
but don't do anything you're not comfortable with. For sure.
Yeah. No means no, right?
Yeah. Except for him, he's from another generation where that wasn't really a thing.
Or sometimes,
and he's too old, maybe possibly for the Me Too movement to have totally surfaced in his consciousness.
He clearly doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't catch up.
No. Okay, I think that's that problem solved.
Cheers.
Option A.
Cheers.
Option B.
Cheers.
Your decision. Kirk, you got another problem?
Yeah, I found a problem that I think a lot of us can relate to. I have a gentleman.
Is it being too good looking? Because
thank you. You say I could, or you can relate to that. I mean, everybody, all people.
Now you're just making that not.
Everybody has problem with their diet. Am I right? Dieting people, this guy for sure. He's this guy. He says, "Will McDonald's catch up to me?"
Oh yes.
And he's 36 and he's 5'10", 145 pounds, which is nothing wrong with that. No, skinny guy, regular size, He's not overweight or underweight. He's just normal.
Yeah.
But he's like, I work construction. Every year I do, the blood test, physical.
Okay.
You go to check like all the cholesterol in your system.
Right.
I've always had a pretty good score, near perfect.
Good for
I
you.
work long days, and sometimes I don't have time to eat an adequate lunch.
Okay.
More than half of the work days, I stop and get fast food for dinner. I've been doing this for 13 years.
Yeah.
Am I okay since I have a really physically demanding job?
It's a good thing you
So,
have. Yeah.
and he's like, and then also, is McDonald's really that bad for you? If it's that bad, do I have any quick calorie alternatives that will prevent me from losing weight? I feel selfish eating fast food when I have a toddler and need to stay healthy for the long term, but I'm very busy.
Right.
When I wait until I get home to eat, I never seem to be able to have a proper dinner.
Right. So it's a man who basically he's struggling with, because of his lifestyle, he's struggling with having a proper nutritional.
Yeah, it's like he's having fast food most of these nights he's working because he's getting
Right.
home late because he doesn't really feel like he has an option.
Right.
And yeah, I can relate to that because I think a lot of people on certain schedules can relate to that, or you have a physically demanding job and you don't really have the time to prepare stuff, and you don't have like sometimes like the foresight to want to eat something good because it's
busy,
just
man.
like just what happens. So in this case, I mean, if this guy's really worried, because I mean, it can catch up with you because that sort of food, for 13 years, having that, 3-4 times a week,
Yeah.
can maybe make some sort of difference in your life. Like, and who knows, right? Like you're at that age. If he's 36, when you hit 40 is when things really start to probably change for you, right?
Yeah, but
And it's like you can people. I know I've known people who smoke since they were like 15, but like eventually once you hit 40 and you've kept that up, that's almost like over. So it's like depending, I think, how long you do some sort of bad habit.
Right.
Like there's that certain point when it really catches up to you.
Yeah.
So, and who knows? Maybe when you start, like, if you're a construction worker, maybe you're more like a foreman by the time you're 40 and you're still doing the same stuff and you're not really as active. And then maybe that's when it catches up. So if he just wants to learn, like better methods for eating,
right.
there's something I've been seeing a lot of these things, like these delivery systems that basically have all the food prep done for you. They're like healthy food. And you just have to kind of throw it all together, and you can make them normally within half an hour.
Like Blue Apron?
Yeah, like those Blue Apron, or there's ones that are local too. They're like a lot of, now that in Toronto they've sort of popped up. Like there's like delivery services.
Yeah, we'd like to sponsor them maybe.
If they'd like us, or McDonald's is pretty good. I'm loving it. Yeah. No, then McDonald's is like, don't give them options. Just say, have a salad. It will also mean you can have a salad at McDonald's or grilled chicken.
Yeah.
Or like a diet soda or no soda, and have like a tea if they have tea, right? Or coffee.
Quarter pounders.
Yeah,
Big
like
Macs.
you just don't like, or there's lots of things you can do to avoid there. I mean, like
20 nuggets.
don't eat 20 nuggets.
20 nuggets.
Don't do what Kevin does.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Gets you through the day.
So
no.
So I think there's the few options you can, if you choose McDonald's, still try to pick better options, because there are some, not a lot of great ones, but there's some, and there's also like now food prep stuff out there, and there's there's different sort of like Uber Eats exists, and you can get freshly delivered to you.
Right.
So there's options if you look around for different, like either fast food, like there's
Right.
those all other alternatives, but also there's more alternatives, more than ever for making healthy food.
Yes, but I mean, here's the thing that you got to remember too. Because remember, this guy's a construction. There is a certain culture around it. They got the food trucks, they got the fast food.
But he's saying it's mostly after work that he gets it. So it's like
Okay.
he just wants an alternative, I think, to that.
Well, in that case, there are many alternatives. I mean, you can get yourself, a burrito bowl from somewhere. You can get yourself a Greek food. There's so many things, but
A naked burrito.
a naked burrito. There's so many options out there. If you don't have the time, and yes, there are other services if you don't have the time. But the thing is that what you got to do is that at the end of the day, you got to look at like your current situation. Is that so far you're lucky at the age you're at, that you're at that, like your body weight and all that stuff, and you're supposedly you're in good health. So you got to count your thing. But the thing that you got to start thinking about is long-term effects. Like McDonald's generally doesn't have that, like the nutritional value isn't that great. It will get you by. It's gotten you by for what, like how long this guy's been working, but it's just not enough to really sustain you for too long. So I mean, I would definitely with him. I would definitely think is if he. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Like, it's been working for him. I don't think there's anything wrong with him still having McDonald's. But what I'm saying is when you do have the opportunity to eat a healthy meal, or if you can actually start, maybe your breakfast can definitely be healthy. Your lunch can be healthy. But then you know what? You get a dirty McDonald's dinner. That's at least better than having dirty meals the whole way through.
But also, I think, like, you got to think, like, if this is, like, an overall view of the guy's health, then... like a lot of people end up once they start eating cleaner, they'll feel better. Maybe then it improves him being a dad, improves the energy he has to put out there, and it works. So
yeah, well, he has to.
It's like if you go home, and it sounds like he's going home late.
Yeah,
and getting like a bunch of McDonald's, and then like you just have to catch up for the day, the energy you've expended in the day. But if you start doing that with like healthier food, just like chicken breast, something good, then maybe the next day you wake up and you're just like, you start to gradually get more energy and feel better. Because that stuff, like eating that late at night, it's not good.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, in the end, it's not necessarily like a weight problem. It sounds like this guy, but maybe it's an energy thing. Maybe like he doesn't realize that he could be feeling that much better.
But at the end of the day, it depends on how he feels. Like, dude, bodybuilders, like you've seen like some of the cheat meals they have. They have like 20 burgers and fries or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they work it the crap out.
But they're also like an unreasonable person, like all around though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you can't. There's no such thing as good and bad food. It comes down to what you're capable of handling, what your body's capable of handling. Like I said, if he can be healthy most of the day and have one bad meal, and he still feels good and it's working for him and he's not having negative effects, carry on, my friend. But yeah, he doesn't have to. I don't think. Dude, man, like the stats that I'm getting from him and how he's thing. Yeah, he feels bad about it. Like, oh, yeah, McDonald's, because like he's been
perception of McDonald's is so
McDonald's
bad.
isn't thing. But dude,
I'd say it's the worst. Not the worst thing to eat at that, but it's like if he's eating healthy otherwise, like he should almost be like having a bad lunch and then then getting to work through it. And then having something maybe healthier to go to bed and like at nighttime, because I think that's something to me it stands out. Is like, yeah, eventually I feel like that's got to catch up to being like, just like going to bed just full of McDonald's too many times a week after so long has got to be not good for you.
Well, I mean, but
it's just like that high and that kind of bad sort of fat and stuff. It's gonna eventually.
It's like alcohol. Some guys who take who drink beer at the end of the night or whatever, calms them down or whatever. They built up a certain tolerance to it. Just like with this McDonald's, his body has probably tolerated it. So, but for how long? Who knows? That's a fucking gamble.
Well, then you get like fatty liver.
Who knows?
You get the same thing from drinking too much, even if you adapted to drinking.
Who knows? But that's
I'm saying you do.
No, but who knows if he's gonna do?
You might keep doing it.
That there's freaks. There's genetic freaks out there. All I'm saying is
we might have Kevin in this situation. We didn't need to help him. He was already a freak of genetics.
Sure.
He was a superhero and a superman, a super dad, better than the both of us, obviously. We're going to tip our hats to say, first guy we didn't need to actually help.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
That was that.
So
we've decided.
You've helped yourself.
You've just actually just made us read out your problem, and we tried to help you, but then you were really just bragging about being in like
in a way it was a brag. Oh,
you're bragging. You're bragging.
I'm fit and I eat McDonald's at night.
You're bragging to two fat guys who try to help people.
So in a way, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, we don't want to say that, but we just want to say we got it.
We got it.
We heard it loud and clear.
Okay, I'm gonna dig into the next problem. It's also fitness and health related, which I guess is the theme of the night. This one is about a person who has anxiety going to the gym. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, I'm probably in the same boat here.
Yeah. So are you a gym goer, Kirk? Are you what's your current relationship with the gym?
My gym membership is on hiatus. Mm-hmm. The last 4 months, I've been working outside. So I think like I'm a similar sound to this construction guy. Like I was probably getting like
natural exercise.
Yeah, like a lot of like cardio, just cardio. So like I'm in So I think the last 4 months like that, like I'm probably averaging like, I don't know, like 2 hours of activity a day. So like in a typical month, I'm getting like 60 or 70 or more hours of activity.
So what you're saying is that you are currently in the best shape of your life.
I mean, in terms of like I was skating at work, so like I can skate really well, and I'm like in better shape. I'm in the best shape I've been in the last 2 years. But then I like to say the 2 years before, I mean the year before that, I was the lowest weight I'd ever been in my life, and then I was in like really good shape then. So now I'm fighting my way back to that slowly but surely. So like yeah.
Okay.
So the only thing is that like I would say with my skating thing is that my cardio is pretty good right now, and my legs are really, really muscular and strong.
Right.
But I hurt my shoulder at the beginning of the year. I fell and like basically crushed my arm into my shoulder on the ice in the first weeks I worked there, and I felt like unable to really do any like upper body. So like I was lifting weights and doing other sorts of things. That's why I kind of overall gave up my gym membership. I was like, that'd be the only reason to go there would be to lift weights.
Right. And
now I don't have a reason to because I can't even fucking lift my arm up.
Fair enough. But yeah, you're working on going back to the gym.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
So this comes from a similar situation. So the question is, I am a 24-year-old dude, and I used to go to the gym regularly. But then I stopped 1 year ago due to my mom being suicidal and school and too much stress, etc. The gym is like 10 minutes away with walk, but I have social anxiety going there. Just interacting with the cashier gives me anxiety, and I have this awkward feeling. I had a hard time going there even back then, and it never goes away. What do I do? So I've experienced this early on. Right now, my relationship with the gym is that I enjoy it. I like going there. Like I don't know. I take my drugs, my pre-workouts, and I just get zoned in and all that stuff. But I really enjoy it now. But early on, I did have anxiety because, I mean, especially if you're a bigger guy or you feel that you're not as fit. Of course, you're gonna be like, oh my god, people are looking at me and all that stuff.
And they are looking at you, but they're like, damn, that guy's inspirational. Right? No? They're trying not to look at you?
Yeah, maybe.
They're like, there's a lot of sweat coming off that guy.
No,
I don't want to be too close to him. I'm going to slip or something.
So I have a little secret. Well, not a secret, but here's the thing. The trick is when you go to the gym, you should always go in with a clear plan. Know what you're gonna do. Because the worst thing, like, here's the thing: going to the gym without a plan is like, when in Walking Dead, when the zombies notice you're not a zombie and they want to eat. It's similar to that. Like when people are working out and everybody are doing their own thing, everybody's kind of like keeping to themselves. But the moment they notice, like, the worst thing you can ever do is sit on a bench and start texting, because everyone's gonna just look at you and be like, "What the fuck is that guy doing? Why is he not working out? What's he doing there? Whatever." So what I'm saying is go in with a plan and blend in.
I find when people start looking at me is when I do my my fitness vlogs live on Facebook for in the gym.
Right.
And people get really mad because like they think I'm filming them, but I'm just filming myself, and they're in the background, so I'm not trying to film them on purpose or anything.
Do you wear those spaghetti tank tops?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't wear any tank top.
Oh, so you're shirtless?
No, I wear a reverse. Like I basically have a shirt, but then my nipples, there's holes in there for breathability.
Oh.
Because I get that chafy nipple,
You wear leggings?
Yeah, underneath my shorts that are also see-through.
Right.
And then my leggings are see-through.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's how you not. Yeah.
I don't do that at all. But I mean, no, I'm similar in this sense. Sometimes like the gym for me is like I gotta knock a few things out of the way first. Otherwise, I get kind of antsy.
Okay.
Like, I mean, because I don't get comfortable. 'Cause sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to do this. If in my head, I'm like, I want to do this, but if it's a busy gym, someone's doing that.
Right.
You have to be like kind of improvisational of like how you want to work out.
Right.
So that means like you're like, okay, well, this is jump on the bike for a bit, or do this, or do that, go on a machine for whatever, and just like kind of keep it going, and kind of like. Just have that moment to chill out. Don't think you have to go work. Like, have your moments to take a break.
Yeah.
Which is why it's good to have a workout buddy. Like if I go with someone, it's always like way more relaxed than I typically work
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Because you got someone to shoot the shit with while you're there.
You get better
and then it's like,
performance, too.
and also that means you're going to stick around longer, probably get more done in the long end, and you're not really stressing yourself out. Like if I'm by myself, sometimes I knock out a workout in like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
When I could have been there for like an hour and a half and did the same stuff and not stress my muscles as much. And that means that like I did too much too fast that I'm not going to go back for another week because I'll be sore.
Yeah. Just like Kirk said, at the end of the day, it comes down to go in with a plan, and at the end, so like to go back to my early story, when I first went to the gym, I was really nervous and all that stuff, and I started working, and I remember there was a guy there, and he saw me, and I was kind of like not, again, I didn't have much experience. He looked at me, and he just basically said, "Dude, man, you basically just did the hardest thing ever," and I was like, "What?" Like, because I just did tricep pushdowns. So he's like, "No. The hardest thing you did was coming in through the front doors." Because like a lot of people, they're so afraid to go to the gym or just working out that they don't even go in. And then, they let their membership expire, blah, blah, blah. And then next year, and then January comes around, and then you're one of those people. And then,
yeah.
But
I'm just trying to be attractive to women again. That's what I'm trying to work towards.
Long story short, the thing is, go in with the plan, learn about the process, go in with the plan, do your work, get in, get out. You don't have to eventually it can become a social place. A lot of people do eventually start to socialize there. But for now, your job is to go in, get the work done, and get out. And to help things, if you are still afraid, try going when it's not too busy, if that is possible, either early in the morning or late at night, not during the rush hour periods.
Or find a buddy. Like bring a buddy with you. That helps. Because
that helps.
Like I said, like there's been times where like I have someone to hang out with there. Like I'm more likely to stick around longer.
Yeah.
And not like I'll take more rest in between like sets and stuff.
Yeah.
And at that point, like I'm not stressing myself out, and like you feel more relaxed and like you belong there. Because you're not thinking like, oh my God, I want to get out of here the whole time.
And when finding a gym buddy, always try to find somebody less physically adept as you. That's why I like to work out with Kirk, because he's there for me.
I'm just strong enough to hold the bar for you.
Yes, and that's all you need. Anyways, I think we've helped these kids out.
I think we did.
There was that 16-year-old.
Except for the McDonald's guy.
He's good off. He's good on his own.
We helped him by helping him acknowledge that he maybe should just keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, do what you do. You're good.
Maybe throw a salad from McDonald's once in a while in there, but like, man, you're golden.
And this last kid, just get in there, do your work, and get out, and you're good to go.
And the kid with the creepy old guy, I know we kind of differed on that, but I mean. Man, dude, don't listen to Kevin.
Take the road less traveled.
No, don't listen to Kevin. Please tell somebody about this old guy.
No, don't tell anybody.
Maybe he's got kids in his basement. Who knows? Maybe you'll be like a hero if you catch him.
You could be one of those kids.
Or you go to his house and you catch him with all the kids in the basement, and then
you
become more of a hero.
Like real life Spider-Man. Anyways, that's the Other Guys podcast. This was a helpline. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all that social media goodness. And if you actually have a problem and want to be on this thing, send us, drop in our DMs, message us, or just if you see Kirk in public, just yell at him.
Yell at me and tell me in maybe 2 or more sentences like what your problem is, and then I'll try to.
He'll write it down.
I'll try to remember. I might not
notebook.
write it down. Maybe we'll do an audio recorder or something.
Sure.
We'll accept anything. If you want to write us a letter. Or pigeon mail.
Pigeon mail. We prefer pigeon mail.
Any of those sorts of things. Like any way you can think to contact us, we'll help. We'll do it.
You can throw a rock. Like if you're in a vehicle and you want to throw a rock at Kirk's chest, and then on the back of it is your problem. That's another valid form too.
And you can even say, "I'm your problem, pal," and then I'll take that.
Yeah, there you go.
You know.
Okay, so that's the Other Guys podcast. Have a good night.
Yeah.